Hey guys, Tom here with Cellphonetrek.com, and today we've got the LG Spectrum 4G review. It's a really great device for the Verizon Wireless network. I want to say thanks to LG for sending us the device. We're going to get to the full review, kind of cover a little bit of every aspect of this phone: camera, hardware, browsing, etc., keyboard. So let's get to the review and show you what this phone has to offer. So here's the LG Spectrum itself. I've got a nice cover on it to protect it while I have the phones to review. I want to say thanks to LG for sending us the phone to review. I can go ahead and take this off here. I actually forgot to take this off, so I'm just going to pop it off. Just kind of plop that in there. Comes right off, so I can show you guys the phone. Covers are real nice to go ahead and protect your devices as well, screen protectors, etc. Now here's the phone. Now another reason I like that cover is the first thing you're really going to notice about this phone is apparently it's a monster and requires fingerprints to live. As you can see, these are fingerprints. I have a nice cleaning cloth here, manly pink as I like to call it. Turn the screen off here. We'll just go ahead and demonstrate something to you. We'll just clean all these little fingerprints off of here. And for the most part, it's pretty much clean. Now we'll get back to that here in a second. Now we do have a 4.5-inch IPS HP display that's with a resolution of 720 by 1280. To unlock, you just slide it up right here. You have 3 haptic feedback keys: menu, home. We'll hit home right here. Now there's a little silver emblem back there. It looks like a physical touch key, but it's actually a haptic feedback. And we have the back key. Now the reason you don't have the Google search key in here as well, Google search is built in right here. And go back. And also, actually when you go into the browser, it's really interesting. When you go into the search, it'll also prompt you to go ahead and pull up Wi-Fi whenever you do anything with your data. That's actually a setting you can turn off. But when you go into here and you want to search things, the default search for this particular browser is Bing, believe it or not. You also can add in multiple windows right in here, but you do have your Google search as well. But when you actually hit search on here, I found that Bing was popping up a lot as well. It is an LTE 4G device. Some of the hardware, though, I'm skipping over things. I'm going crazy. A lot of review on this phone. You have the power key, 3.5mm headset jack, the microphone. Microphone works on here very well. Our phone call tests, very clear, crisp calls. Half the people that we called couldn't even tell I was on a cell phone. They thought I was on the work line. You also have the 8-megapixel camera here on the back with single LED flash and solid on for video recording in 1080p. The micro USB port right here has a little dust cover, and it's on top. Some people don't like that, some people do. All I got to do is let you know where it's at. And the dust cover, I like the dust cover. I like to keep the slot clean, if you know what I'm saying. You also have the speaker here on the back, right there, 4G LTE LG. Now let's get back to this. Now I've only touched it a couple times, and as you can see, there are a crap ton of fingerprints on here. So getting a cover is going to keep those fingerprints away. And let's face it, 70% of you who buy a smartphone are going to buy some type of protection for it, whether it's a skin, a cover, an OtterBox, etc. You're just going to do it. And so, what do you guys think in the comments? Do you guys buy covers for your phones, or do you just, hope that one day you don't have the accidental drop, no, smash? But if you do, this phone built very well, built very tough, only weighs 5 ounces, and it has Corning Gorilla Glass front, so it's very strong, scratch resistant, and tough. Also, I'm touching all sorts of cool things here. Let's do a speed test. I don't get very good reception in here, but I'm mostly just going to show you the results. Saves you some time as well. We've got results. 3G, we're getting about 2.5 megabits up and 0.6 megabits down. That was our 3G with Verizon. Now the 4G LTE, getting amazing speeds as high as 28 megabits per second down, and then our high for download was 9.3 megabits for an upload. So 28 and 9s and 10s, very fast, very good. It also depends on your location, traffic. If a lot of people are using the LTE network around you, that can bog things down. If you're inside a building, sometimes your signal can be blocked as well. So something to consider there. Camera, obviously, two really big points of a smartphone, at least for your general user, are: can I take really cool pictures with it and share it on Facebook? Yes, you can with this. And can I get on the internet to prove to my friends that, hey, Val Kilmer really was in the movie Willow, you don't believe me? He actually was in the movie Willow, just in case you decide to stop watching this video and going to see if Val Kilmer was in the video. He actually was. Willow, awesome movie, kind of like Lord of the Rings, but different and not. Quadrant standard score we got. We'll run a full benchmark test here. Also show off some of the graphics of the phone. And it's doing its thing, and some cool graphics going to come up, 2D and 3D. It has 1 GB of RAM built in, and it also, half of that is dedicated directly to the processor of this device. So that is really, really cool, really amazing. It creates very vivid, bright, the colors, you know, as you can see on here. Obviously, if you're not watching this in HD, on your screen, if you only have, you know, 360 or 480, you know, but overall it still looks very nice. Brightness is all the way up on here as well. Battery life of the device, very, very good. Standby time, but mildly using the phone, checking a couple emails, playing some apps, testing some things out, getting on the browser, setting it down, getting back to it. I actually got about a day and a half worth of use out of it. Here we go, send the benchmark tests, get the results, and 2600. And granted, this is running stock. It's running an LG user interface that's proprietary. It's not running, it's running Android 2.3.5 for right now, but it will get Ice Cream Sandwich. There will be an update. And underneath underneath here, let's pull this out. This is your 4G LTE SIM card. You can remove this with an update that's coming later. You'll be able to remove this and stick in a GSM card from another carrier outside the US, which will allow you, sorry I say a lot, I really try not to, but I'm just, all my datas and facts are on my brain. You'll be able to pick up a GSM card from another carrier outside the US, and it will be a world device as well, so you're not going to have to pay a lot of data and roaming fees. And the phone itself isn't that expensive, $199.99 with a 2-year contract through Verizon Wireless. So we've covered the camera here. Well, we haven't covered it, we just kind of touched it and then we went back. Really cool features, autofocus, and then you can share, set as, rename, etc. You tap this little button here to get to new, get over there. You have all sorts of different settings, your focus, you can have face tracking. I've used it, it's pretty cool. I don't have a bunch of faces in front of me, I'm sorry. But I would definitely show it off to you. It's really interesting. A bunch of different settings you can get in here. Your scene mode, normal, portrait, landscape, sunset, really good if you're outside at night. Definitely pick up the night. What it does is just slows the shutter speed down to allow more light to come in. You get very different photos if you just do normal or landscape when you're trying to do something at night. Your ISO, if you don't know what that is. Now auto is pretty cool. Auto works fairly well, but if you actually go outside and take pictures when it's actually sunny, even though it's supposed to be able to pick out the difference between incandescent and fluorescent and cloudy days and sunnies, you actually do get some different pictures. So it's always really cool to play around with that. Your color effect timer. Now your shot mode was really cool. The panorama forces the camera to go into VGA resolution, and it gives you about a 270 degree rotation. So basically start directly in front of you, go almost all the way around you to right to your left hand side. Yeah, I gotta figure out which one side's left. Go to your left hand side. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of that real quick. It might not show up. I will do my best. Here's some videos that we were taking, some pictures. I was at a Subway restaurant. Here you go. And I'll try to zoom into it the best that I can. So I started way over here, which was basically all the way to my left, and then I wrapped all the way around me to inside the parking lot, and this is about 270 degrees worth of rotation, so you can definitely get a, you know, if you're standing on a beach. And it was really easy. It's going to be difficult to show you in here, but it was actually probably one of the easiest panoramic cameras to use. See, change the VGA resolution and tap that. Now see this cool little box, and then you move it and it brings up an hold on, we gotta back up, I apologize. So you have to bring up brings up an augmented reality. I do apologize, tripping over my words. And then once you get into the red square, it'll actually take the picture for you. You don't even have to hit anything, you don't have to guess. It puts everything together. We're just gonna stop it. And you can stop it halfway through and it gives you a, you know, a blended display of everything. So we'll go to new here. We'll show you a video sample in 1080p. Obviously it won't transfer, but we put up this video sample here. I'm gonna be talking here real soon, so turn that down real quick, pause it, and so you can hear what I say. But we have this video up on YouTube already. So let's hit play. And the speaker on here, this will be a good demonstration, is incredibly loud.
Tests of the LG Spectrum 4G. Very nice 1080p HD video recording. Very sunny day here in Florida. I have the camera.
So here we go. So that'll, you know, that's just a good kind of quick sample. As you can see, very bright, very vivid colors on here. Have no problem with it as well. Now let's go to the browser and we will type in, let's go to Cellphonetrek. It does have full flash capability, so you can watch videos on the web, and that is always cool. And we'll go to go, and it will search, and it will do its fast. See, it's bringing up Bing right away. Bringing up Bing search whenever you just do a standard search in there. And I need to get in here real quick because it seems to be a bit overexposed. So if you couldn't see that, I do apologize and do the best I can. Let's back up out of there. Okay, I see why. Let's do this. This is how you change your display settings. Go to the home menu, hit there, hit settings. I found myself doing that a lot too, always having to like double tap an icon to open it up. Not all the time, but it happened a little bit. And then you go into display and you have your brightness. You can set it to auto. It'll bring it down because there's a lot of lights, or you can bring it down a little bit or bring it all the way down. Bring it all the way back up, but let's put it right about there. Animations as well, screen timeout. I have it set on 10 minutes, but you know, 30 seconds or a minute with you not touching the screen, it'll just close off. Great battery saving technique as well. And there's actually also an accessory, the pouch accessory. You slide the phone into the pouch, and somehow, I don't know the exact details, I saw it at CES, a little clock will pull up in the middle of the pouch, so you can just pull it out, look at it, and say, oh, look, it's, you know, 12 o'clock, if, you know, you don't have a watch like this. So I take my watch off for the review because it jingles a lot. I wish I could. I actually tried wearing it one time. It was just awful. I couldn't do it because I rest on this wrist so much. So we go back, let's go to the browser again. See a little bit better. Let's see if we zoom into it a little bit. See if that doesn't clear it up a little bit, but it's not too bad. So you have flash here. Pinch to zoom very well, works pretty good. We actually have the written review of the phone up. It's actually right here. Already on our website, cellphonetrek.com. Look at the written review. You know, our staff got a new layout design. We don't have a mobile layout yet. We are working toward a mobile layout, but tap this, show you the video. So there you go. Flash works quite well. Pause. So the browser, very good. Sound quality on here works very well as well. Overall, you know, it working as a phone, I have no problems with it whatsoever. Has a 16 gigabyte micro SD card pre-installed, and it has 4 gigs of internal memory, but only 1.5 gigs are actually usable. Let's move over here. Whole list of applications as well. You know, Netflix. Now everything's built into this category by HD, communications, media, news and search, tools, applications, downloads, Verizon Wireless applications as well. Now you come in here, you can change your layout into list, and everything's now alphabetical. If you're not into alphabetical, you can go back to your layout and category view. You can come in here, you can manage your applications as well. Let's say HD, let's say I want to move, let's see, Smart Share into here, and I can just drag and drop it. Now, if I don't, let's go back. Now, if you don't hit Manage Apps, and let's say I wanted to move Smart Share back into media, hold it down, it doesn't. It brings it right to one of your 7 tiles, and you can drag and drop it right there. It goes right into place. Now you can easily tap something here, drag it back down, it goes away. Go back here into applications. You can also go in here and manage categories. Now these are your categories. I can move Verizon Wireless, tap here on the right hand side, move it up, or I can hold right here and oh, it's selected. I can add, delete, and reset. Adding is kind of cool. You can go into, you know, Tom's most used, and I can save from there. I also have 2 different types, 2 different keyboards that are easy to use. This is the swipe keyboard. You can also hold right here, and input method, and you can go to the LG keyboard, which smacks of an iPhone keyboard. It does its truth. It doesn't have the haptic feedback, but it does have the cool little clickety clack clack clack, clickety clack clack. But right there, Tom's most used, save, and then let's say my most used applications: Netflix, Gmail, phone, navigation, music, Rhapsody, mobile hotspot. It does have Wi-Fi, BGNN signals capability, weather, browser, calculator, alarm clock, maps, settings, calendar. These are all things I know everybody uses on a daily basis, so that's why I'm just picking them. And sound meter. Oh well, that's for me, but you guys don't care about sound meters. And then hit move. See, there's that double tap thing I was talking about. And then there you go. Now you have that. You hit back, and now Tom's most used is right here, and all the applications have been moved. You know, Netflix was moved out of HD, whatever I took out of communication and media like music, they're all put in here right now. And if I want to move them back, I can move them back, or manage category, delete, delete this, delete. The selected categories will be deleted, but the selected category or categories will be deleted, but the applications will remain in their original categories. So once I delete that, they all go back to where they were. I don't have to worry about deleting all the applications. Some cool applications on here: voice recorder, navigation, a lot of cool things in the Verizon Wireless bin. BitBop, which is a TV streaming service, their Blockbuster, their Let's Golf and Hot Pursuit games, their demos. VZ Navigator, mobile hotspot, obviously, signing up with Rhapsody as well. And then here in the HD, the Smart Movie HD, it's actually a movie editing, well, not a movie, but a video editing program for when you do capture video on the phone. You can go in there and edit, so that's kind of cool as well. Overall, very well-rounded device, good sound quality. I had a little trouble with email, but I cleared that up. But I will admit, if you have trouble with email, call tech support. They'll clear that right up with you. But as for browser, 4G LTE speeds, great battery life. I believe it's an 1830 mAh battery. Let me double check. It's either 1830 or 16 something or other. No, it is 1830. See, I was right. I have so many phones to review, I don't remember. But overall, a really good, well-rounded device, but it is a fingerprint heavy device. It's like the LG Nitro HD for AT&T, but a little bit of a phone remodel, and it does come with a 16 gigabyte micro SD card, which the Nitro didn't, but I think it comes with more internal memory. And again, it's an LTE device on Verizon Wireless for $199.99 with a true 720p HD display, you know, that you can't really beat. Again, I'm Tom with Cellphonetrek.com. That's the review. It's a really great device. Check it out at your local Verizon Wireless store or at VerizonWireless.com. I want to say thanks for watching. We're on Facebook. Search Cellphonetrek, T-R-E-K. We're also on Twitter. You can at Cellphonetrek. If you have any questions about this phone I didn't cover in the review, or just general opinions you'd like to give about the phone, or about covers or accessories or my lame jokes, please post it here in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Let's say thanks and I hope you have yourself a great day.